welcome back to our corner of Maine. Several years ago, my grandfather built a wooden apple cider press, and it's a family tradition that yearly we get together, press some apple cider, enjoy some food and each other's company, and typically it feels like fall, but right now it's in the mid-70s, even though it's late September. It kind of feels like the wrong season to be doing this, but we're just gonna enjoy each other's company and make some cider to freeze for the winter. We're just out here doing regular chicken chores, and Ben kind of makes a little squeal from inside the coop, and you want to show us what you saw?
Sure. We have our regular brown eggs that our older chickens lay, and we also had a little white one from one of our new chickens.
So that is our first egg that are from our little girls. We were trying to think back about how old they are. You think about 19 or 20 weeks?
Yeah, somewhere between 18 and 20 weeks.
And that's the first one they've laid for us in the coop. They may have laid one elsewhere, not sure, but...
I've been trying to look under the cedars here to look for
And that's actually kind of little. We're used to really big eggs, though.
So, they might get a little bit bigger.
I mean,
I'm not sure.
how exciting. They're finally working for us.
Yep.
Grain them out, buddy, grain them out. brushing your teeth? Our big 18-month-old. He's pretty serious about it.
Yeah, it's all business.
He looks so big.
Mm-hmm. You all done?
Oh, an itchy nose.
Good job.
Spit.
Good job. Okay, all done.
Wipe your mouth. Oh my goodness. You just did the full routine, Wes.
Yay!
Good night.
Good night.
Well, it is here, Corn Chopping 2019. We are starting on September 30th this year. Can you believe that? That is such a late start. Last year, we had a very early year and we were wrapping up around this time. And today we're just starting. We had just a late crop this year with the weather, but just last week we also got tons of rain, which made it really hard to get into our fields without a lot of mud and potentially wrecking the fields. And so, yeah, last week we got 3 inches of rain in just an hour and a half time. And so that was a lot of wetness in these fields, but this morning they opened up the field right behind our house, did their first passes around the outside, and it looks so different already. I'll be frank with you, Ben and I kind of hate to see the corn go. It is a little privacy fence for our property, kind of encloses us and makes us feel kind of cozy right here, but they've already started and it just looks so different. I'm headed to the garden. I'm going to be doing all the harvesting of our carrots today. Time to get those in to the cellar for the winter. So they've only really opened this field up so far, did a couple passes. Oh, but it looks so different already. We'll come along the edge of the field and bush hog and get it all cleaned up, but kind of sad to see it go. Alright, it's time to bring our carrots in. It has been killing me that these have been sitting out here, but Ben has read that if you wait until the first hard frost, that the plants will, under the stress of the frost, will send the sweetness to the root, and for a carrot, the root is the fruit that we enjoy, and so he has really encouraged me to wait. I've grabbed a few out of this raised bed throughout the summer just for salads and stuff, but it's time to harvest these carrots. Ben's persistence on making me wait to pick these has definitely paid off. They are wonderfully sized. We picked a variety that's really good for storing in a cold root cellar for the winter. And I'm just excited to have these for soups and stews right in the middle of the dead of winter. It'll be amazing to have those at our disposal. And I'm using a basket today that was made by my grandmother probably back in the 90s, I suppose. And I have a couple of her baskets actually. I like using them throughout our just everyday life and our everyday tasks, and just kind of using things that have a little bit of history and a little bit of a story. Oh my word, look at that. Look at that, that's funny. Something, there must have been a rock right there. That is a hoot, it's massive. Oh my goodness, that's funny. So because we knew they were chopping directly behind our house today, we had to put all the chickens into the coop, lock them in, and make them stay here for a little bit. They spent a lot of time in that field, and I really didn't want chopped chicken when the harvester did its passes, and so they are enclosed in here until the fields directly near our house are finished. But I think they'll do fine with it. Ben and I have a very bad habit of going out to collect the eggs and then seeing something else that needs to be done, and so we put the eggs down and then they never make it inside. Anyways, I always get a crack out of where I find eggs. This is Ben's current hideout spot. on the cider press. The funny thing is I stashed a couple outside just a second ago, so I'll show you mine. Right out there on that railroad tie. It's almost like we have a perpetual egg hunt going on around our house. The carrots are all in. All of our romaine is done. We still have to cut back our asparagus for the fall. And our onions are done, so our raised beds are almost empty. We have one more thing we have to harvest out of the in-ground garden.
Tonight we're going to be harvesting our second variety of potatoes, which is actually our last thing that we have left to pick. Now all we have to worry about is storing and preserving all that we have so none of it goes to waste. Next week be sure to check out Esmera that shows you how she's canning and jarring all of our tomatoes into sauces. She's already done one batch and it came out really great, so be sure to check that out. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye, yeah,
Okay, I sat in something and I didn't pee myself. Postpartum hair regrowth is a serious thing. Sorry, but you have to look at that. Oh, Daddy.
What?
We broke the four-wheeler.
No.